Hi guys, welcome to the Cambridge Way. I'm Lori, and this is my channel about all things stringy, yarny, fiber, yumminess. We're going to talk about cross stitch, some knitting, some DIYs I've done for cross stitch, and some haul that I bought and some things that I have. So I thought I would share today. This is floss tube number 2. All right, haul. We'll do haul first because that's fun, right? Which also segues into some things I made. I picked up a Fiskars, which I need to take back because it only snapped one time. But anyway, 0.6 is the perfect size, in my opinion, to make a floss drop. I have already had this label tag maker. Makes a fairly decent sized tag. It also will punch a tiny hole in it, but I just used the tag maker on some pretty heavy cardstock, and then I took a regular hole punch, put the hole in it to put it on my binder ring, and then the 1.6 gives you that size hole. Hey. And I think that's perfect to hang my floss on. I might even reinforce this with a little tape just to make sure. But I made some floss drops. I'm getting ready for my next project, and I was trying to get things together. But like I said, this stopped working after one try. So we're going to take that back and get another one. I picked up, and you'll see in my finished object, some super fun. I think it's for a full-size pillow, but it's fun. It's tassels, guys, and it's spring colors to me. So I grabbed a yard of this. It was $7.99 at Joann. I had a 50% off coupon, and I used probably a half a yard in my project. I think that was it that I bought at Joann for that. And then, well, no, I did buy some other stuff at Joann. I bought Aida. Let's back it up. Back up the train here, guys. For my next project, I was thinking about linen. So I went on to 1-2-3 Stitch, like you do, and I ordered some 32 count light mocha Belfast. How you people see this is beyond me. Now, I will say I am really farsighted, and I'm not sure that I'm ready for this yet. So we'll put it back in its little bag. But I did get it in this color, which is a 13 by 18. And then I got this color, charcoal, which is a 9 by 13. I wanted to do a Christmas ornament. And I'm not saying I won't use this, but right now I don't think I'm ready. I mean, I've just finished one little tiny project, and I'm working on my second. So I grabbed that. And then I needed some Krynic for an ornament that I'm doing for Christmas. So I got in red and gold. So I picked those up at the store. So I was thinking, and I'm like, I don't like the way the thread looks double 2/1, I guess, in Aida, or held double. I don't like the way it looks. The darker threads they're not covering good. The light threads cover fine for the DMC. The dark is not. So I went into Joann and I bought 2 of the Aida. I got their brand, 16 count, in off-white, which is yellow to me. And at the end, I'm going to show a video of how I did this. And I just followed Chelsea and Priscilla pretty much. Coffee tea stained. And then I got some DMC Aida in natural, also a 16. So I coffee tea dyed them both. Now, Chelsea and Priscilla, I think they said they don't rinse theirs, but I rinsed mine because I was getting it on my hands and I didn't want to get it, I don't know, I just did. I also zigzagged it. But yeah, so this is what was natural, which was like a tan color, and I coffee teed it. I like the modeling. This is a little thicker, and I'll talk about that again at the end. But that's what the DMC looks like. And I'm just storing them in some Dollar Tree zip bags for right now. with their label, because I'm going to tag them. One is getting used right away, like as soon as I'm done with this project I'm working on, but the other one I don't know what I'm going to do with. I just wanted to compare. And then this was the yellowish, they call it antique white, I'm calling it yellow, from Joann. Now this is thinner, but I kind of like the thinner. It did dye up lighter, but again, it started lighter. And you can see the modeling. It really got some great modeling in the oven, but when I washed it, some of that came out. So, but there's plenty of modeling on here. And yes, it's been folded in a bag. So these are both 15 by 18 pieces of 16 count Aida. I'm going to try that for my next project and see if we can maybe work our way down to some linen. I can't see. My vision is pretty poor, and I'm very farsighted. So seeing those little dots was not happening. So we're going to go with that, which is the same thread count, I'm thinking. Yes. So that is the haul that I got, that I purchased at Joann. Quickly, I went to the thrift store by my house. I'm looking for some frames and stuff. And there was 2 cross-stitch bags. You obviously can't see what's inside them. One was $5 and one was $2.50. But they both had these really nice wooden hoops, which I do use a hoop, and I love framing things in hoops, and these are nice and heavy and a nice color to them. So, and they're both 8-inch. But, so to me, the $2 one was worth it to get a really nice hoop. And then that one was somebody's kit to make a stocking. A poinsettia stocking. I'm not going to keep the kit. It's not something that interests me. But in the pattern, there's letters that I don't have. And the poinsettias are fun, which I might create a poinsettia-like ornament or something. So that's kind of fun. So I'll keep the pattern, but the stuff that came in it, it's all pretty old. And the needle was still in the Aida. So that I'm not keeping. So that was $2. And then the other package that I opened, and the reason I bought the other one, it had the hoop again, but it was a little more expensive. There were 3, and I only saw the 2, but I was hoping. There were 3 Kreinik flosses, brand new, and 4. This is Kreinik as well. So there's 4 Kreinik in there. And for me, that was worth $5. I love a bit of sparkle, and I will add sparkle to all kinds of things. So it was that. Then it had, and I don't know if this is any good, but all this floss, the container wasn't part of it. Somebody at work gave me this. But all the floss, they have it all bobbinated up. I don't know how good cotton floss is or how long it lasts. So we'll see if I end up using this. The magazine that was in here is Leisure Arts from October of 1993. Of course, but look at that. Super cute. So I'll keep the magazine. The pattern I'm not too concerned or interested in. It's a carousel horse by somebody, I don't even know. It's for winter. It says winter. And it's a big old carousel horse. I mean, it's pretty and everything, but it's definitely not my style. So I'm not going to keep that. And they made a lot of photocopies of it. There was some Aida and some other stuff in there. But honestly, I wanted the hoop and I wanted the Kreinik. So that was a fun little find at my local Goodwill. No, Volunteers of America. So I have 2. And I'm wondering if these are from the same person because the hoops are the same. Oh, and it had a unskein. And again, I don't know how well, how long cotton lasts. I'm not sure if I'll keep that or not, but for now, I just do it in there. Okay, now, that was all the stuff I bought. I'm going to get some floss next weekend at Joann. They're having their too good of a sale to advertise, whatever that means. Last time it was too good of a sale. It was 5 for $2, so it's 40 cents a skein, which I think is definitely nice because I need to buy about 10 for my next projects. Okay, finished objects. I finished my socks. Thank you, Caroline from Off the Grid Fiber Arts, for motivating me to get these out and finish them. So I have finished my socks. This is Felici from Knit Picks. I have no idea the colorway. These have been a long time in the making. I Kitchenered them up. And literally, all I had to do on this to finish them off was this much from the green up on this sock and Kitchener the toes. That was it. They were just sitting in a bag. So I finished these. I don't typically wear wool socks. I certainly don't wear them with shoes. My feet are weird and I don't like things that thick socks. But I love wearing them around the house. So these will get used. I gift them a lot too. But finished. So now I have 2 projects. I didn't do anything on the sweater, and the mittens will be what I work on next. And then I have 1 cross stitch, little finish. Oh, tell me he's not sweet. This is like an eggplant color, and then there's like a light gray for his tail. For the back, I just got it's shirting fabric with polka dots. I thought that was cute. And then I bought, for this one, this fabric with the tassels. And then all the other ones will have they'll be finished with the same front and back, you know, whatever design on this oatmeal and that on the back, but they'll all have different trim. And then I can just envision them all in a basket or a tier tray. I love it. Oh, I had hiccups. Yeah, so I love those tassels, and they were super fun to sew. So I finished a little bunny. This is truly my first cross stitch finished item ever. Now, you see how you can see the white? This is also 16 count or 14 count Aida. I just don't like the coverage. So that's why we're going to drop down to 16 and see if that helps. I'm certainly not tossing anything away, but, and then I've made some really good progress on my cat. And this is just a pattern I got on Etsy. It's called Black Cat. It's from X Stand Stitch. So there's my cat. I have finished, this is 3 pages of 6. This foot's a page, the top paw's a page, and then the main body here. So what I'm doing now is pretty much extreme cross country. I'm just going in, I have found it way easier to lay in all the flowers and then go back in and put the black in. So right now I'll worry about this foot in a little bit, but I'm working on laying in all the flowers and the vining at the top. I have probably 1 big flower to go here, and then I can just do the black. So, oh, and his blue ears. He's really cute. I'll show you the picture. So I've got that far. Again, 16 count white Aida. Because I don't know these things. I didn't know these things, but I'm learning these things. Let me find the front picture. Here we go. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. Oh, yeah, it's just Black Cat. So I have like that flower to finish. This one's almost done, that to finish. And then all this vining in his paws. And then he's done. I just lost my binder clip. It's all right. I will find it. So I'm super excited about this one for sure. And then I'm hitting up, it's downstairs. It's called a Red Cottage that I purchased. I need to kit that up. That'll be the next one that I start. Because, yeah, gotta have things in order. I don't know, like, I cut out the bunny so I could finish it, and part of me is like, don't cut it out, but, so probably what I will do is put the next, like, egg over here and a bunny over here. And this is Joann's 16 count or 14 count, I'm sorry, in oatmeal. So I'll use that. One of the next also that I want to start is this Dimensions kit that I picked up. And I think I showed this before. I'm very intrigued by monochromatic. I don't know if this is DMC floss. It's 14 count Aida, which I might switch out for 16, but we'll see if the red covers it. A hoop, a needle, instructions. There's some floss in here, but I don't know what brand it is, so I may switch it out depending and get some DMC for that. This was from Joann. It was like $7.99. I just wanted to see how the little things cross stitch up in case you need to see something. Like all that linen. Yeah, I could get out my magnifier. That's not probably ever going to happen. I'm just going to throw it out there that I'm probably never going to wear a magnifier. Ever. I guess I shouldn't say never, but I don't know. I also picked up at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree is a surprisingly good place for supplies. This is just to tag my Aida that I dyed up on that. I do need, I'll show you the bunny or the pattern here. This was the bunny pattern. I don't like the colors. I'm doing this egg next. I'm going to do the background in like a mauve color, and then these two chevrons in one color, and then the middle is going to be like a yellow, a muted mustardy yellow gold. I don't like all the polka dot. I might do this egg and polka dot, but not all the stripes. Just do an egg and polka dot, and then this one, just the big stripes. I'm not a fan of the pastel kind of cartoonishness of this. It doesn't go with my decor, which is fine. I probably need to get a smaller hoop or just do these in hand. Although I do enjoy the hoop. Do you like the hoop? I don't know about the hoop. Now, I am going to cast on a new pair of, I haven't decided, socks or another pair of mittens. I mean, how many pair of socks and mittens can one person have? I don't know. But I have a lot. You can't really see it behind me, but that basket's full of sock yarn. That is worsted weight yarn. Over here is all sock and fingering. In there is like commercial sock and fingering. And then I have these, if you see the white and the blue behind me, that's all knitting related stuff as well. I also knit these. They're not baby socks. They're just little, they were going to be stockings and do like a garland. So what I decided to do, because my cats were driving me batty, is I filled them with fiberfill and catnip and stitched them shut with the tail. And they're cat toys. And I have on the shelf behind me. I can grab one. This is what they look like when they're done. I made mittens and socks. And I just filled them with a little bit of fiber and a bunch of catnip and then stitched them shut. And they are stinking adorable. Yes. Now, I know some people's videos are really long, like hour long. I don't foresee that happening for me. I'm not really an hour-long video kind of chick. Girl. Plus, I don't have a lot of projects going. Unsweetened iced tea. So do I need to get more projects going? I don't know about all that. One of the other things I've been doing, I'll show you what I purchased, is I made some needle minders. I went to Joann or Michael's, I can't remember, and got, and you see that? Charms. This is a teacup, and I have a coffee cup that looks like a Starbucks cup. And then I just got this at the Dollar Tree. I know you can use E6000 and it's fabulous, but this is the Dollar Tree's version, which is called Fix All Adhesive. It works great. I was practicing, so I just took this pin, has a Brutus Buckeye on it, and I took a pair of pliers. I know people are talking about metal grinding and all that. I just took a pair of pliers and pulled it off because it was put on with adhesive. And then I glued with a drop of glue. I just glued a little magnet. These are the size magnets I have right now. They are Rare Earth 60 pieces. I think this is considered a 3mm, but I'm not 100% sure. But I ordered a bigger one for some other projects I'm going to be working on, but it's this size. So it's pretty small, and they come with 60. But it's pretty intense. I mean, they're... the neat thing is they came in this... I'm sorry, I'm putting them back in their little container that they came in. Quit. Okay, quit. There we go. No, there we go. They came in this little container, which is great. I did order some larger ones and some rectangular ones. I bought some items that I want to make some more stitch minders. And then I have my sock bags set up for the next pair of socks. And I'm switching them to Knit Pro Zings. I bought at a... Vogue Knitting Live came here to Columbus. I know it's normally in New York City. They came to Columbus this year. It was okay. I went and purchased some things. I don't think the vendor selection was that great. But, you know, what are you going to do? So yeah, that is what I've got going on. I think I will get a few more projects going just to get some practice in. I really just wanted to finish the cats first, or the cat first, to kind of get my bearings and order and how I'm going to do things. And then we can, you know, make a longer video. And I think every 2 weeks is probably going to be the best for me to have progress to show you, if I had to guess. Oh, I also ordered, it's downstairs, from Lizzie Kate, the coffee, one that says, "Dear Coffee, I love you, that is all" pattern. And then it also has, first we drink the coffee, then we do the things, I believe it says. Not 100% sure, but that's getting stitched up for sure, and then turned into a project bag, I think. Yes. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for checking out my channel. I definitely will have some more content once I get into the swing of things. I did find out today, I'm kind of excited, that there's a retreat taking place in Canada, in Toronto, which is about 6 hours from me. So that's not too far. And I'm going to try to go. I think it's called StitchCon North. Caroline, again, from the Off the Grid Needle Arts, is putting that on. And I think we're going to hear about it next week sometime. Not sure. But I think that would be super fun. And I could meet some other stitchy folk, because I don't really know a lot of stitchy folk. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoy and you have a good one. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi, guys. Time for an experiment. We are going to dye some Aida. Now, I tried buying some linen, and it's just, my vision is not going to allow for that. I'm very farsighted. So I'm thinking, I stitched my last project on a 14 count. This is 16. I can see the holes fine. But before I go out and buy a bunch of fancy Aida, I want to try to dye it up and make sure it's something that I like. So I bought at Joann, I had coupons and, you know, like you do. I got their Aida, 100% cotton, 16 count in antique white, which just looks like yellow to me. I mean, that is straight yellow. So I grabbed one of those, and that's actually pretty nice. Joann. And then I thought, well, we're going to try this. We're going to go all in and spend the whole $10. And I got DMC Charles Craft Creative World Gold Standard Cross Stitch Fabric 16 count Aida, and then theirs is natural, which is a little more what I'm looking for, a little browner. This is more yellow. The DMC is 15 by 18. So is the Aida, or the Joann, but I'm wondering if they're just you know, rolled in a different way. And then it's going to be interesting to see if I'll be able to tell which is which. Yes, I will, because the Ada has a the Joann's has a salvage edge. So I'll know which one is Joann's. Oh, you know what? It's a little longer piece, I bet you. Yeah, because there was a salvage on this edge. So I'm hoping it's fine. I've got plenty. So I watched a lot of tutorials on how to coffee dye or tea dye or coffee tea. I kind of am taking a little bit of everybody that I watched. The base is going to be from Chelsea and Priscilla. They do their coffee dye thing. But then I saw a couple other videos. I can't remember everybody's name. But from watching the videos, I'll tell you what I did learn. And I would have known this because I'm a coffee drinker. You don't want to use used coffee grounds because all your color in coffee is gone when you brew it. I wouldn't use used if you want a dark color. What I saw mostly when they were coming up with were these like muddy gray. And I didn't care for that. Now, I say that, and I just took a tea bag. I made some tea. So I was like, well, I got a tea bag. Let's not waste it. But the water isn't to boil yet. So I have a pretty decent sized pot, and I'm going to turn you around and let you see what I'm doing in this pot. I'm adding something that Chelsea and Priscilla do not. I'm adding salt, because I think salt is supposed to help set the color. And I will bake it in the oven on 200. I don't know if that works on Ada, but we're going to find out. And that's why I'm doing it with Joann quality. So hold on a second. I'm just going to readjust you. Okay, it's not up to boil yet, but we're going to stick, and this is about half full pot. I'll top it off if I need to. But I have 5 Lipton tea bags that I actually got at the Dollar Tree. So we're going to start with 5. And I'm just throwing them all in. That's what Chelsea and Priscilla do. Sorry, I'm grabbing my tongs. And I have a wooden spoon. And this is all food grade, so there's nothing in here that I'm concerned about. Unlike dyeing yarn, where you're using acid dyes, you can't use in your food pots. But this is just a soup pot. It's not up to boil, but it's warm. So I'm going to throw in, I don't know, it's a tablespoon and a half of just table salt. It's not something I actually eat, so I had to go buy it. But it's just iodized salt. I bought this at the Dollar Tree for this. And then I liked how they were thinking with the instant coffee. But I'm using a half a cup because I do want darker. And I think the Ada is a little heavier than the linen that they use. So this is a half a cup of, and I'll show you. It's just Dollar Tree instant coffee as well. So for $1, I can dye up a fair amount. Okay, so we're just going to let this come to boil and see what I need to do. Now, they were freaking me out a little bit talking about tea bags breaking open and all of that. So I may take all this out once I've steeped it for a little bit. But the color right now is pretty good, although it's not quite dark as I would like it. But the tea bags haven't done their thing yet. So let's bring this to the boil. I thought about rinsing this first, but I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, they're nice. I will tell you the Joann version is softer than the DMC, for whatever it's worth. But I like the DMC color better than the Joann. So take that to the bank. All right. I've got my tongs ready. I'll get my pans out once we get this water boiling and everybody's steeping in a color that I think we're going to like. The other thought I had too was make this all this murky stuff, and then for Halloween I could over dye with a little black to do a background that I want to do, but we'll see. I can already tell this is probably not dark enough, but we'll let it do its thing and I'll be back. Okay, we're almost to a boil, but I'm thinking I'm at a color that I like. Look how dark that is. We'll put that back in there. And now I'm going to pull out all these tea bags. I just don't want to deal with the mess. I did add 2 more tea bags and a couple tablespoons more of the coffee. And what I don't want to deal with is one of these busting open. and creating a mess. I've gotten, you know, I've steeped enough of the tea. So this one here is the Joann. Just gonna shove them down in there. Yeah, I've got way too much dye here, just so you know. But this is what we're doing, we're learning. And then this is the DMC natural color. And we're just gonna get that in here. And I'm thinking you could probably, if you thought you were gonna dye some more soon, but this is a really cheap, I mean, I would say not even $2 worth of material. Besides the Aida, but I mean like the coffee and the tea and water and a little bit of salt. I mean, it's already coloring it up, but we're going to leave this go. I'm going to start with 20 minutes. See how I like it. And then I'm going to come back. You want to make sure everybody's under, although any deviation from that is just going to give you some modeling. And that's kind of what we're looking for here, right? The hand-dyed look. All right. I'm going to let this do its thing for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Let's set the timer for 20. And come back and see what it looks like. All right, I moved it to the other side. I let it go for 30 minutes. And then what we're going to do is, got the temperature of the oven at 200. Now, like I said, if you thought you might want to dye some more, I would just keep this coffee mixture. I'm not going to. But I'm loving this color. I'm just trying to get some of this off. That is definitely the DMC. And this one here is the Joann. So that I'm definitely getting two separate colors. So give me a second. I want these to cool off for a second before I start handling them. And I just have them on a pan with some parchment. So hang on one second. Okay, this one here, the Joann fabric, it's definitely thinner, softer. I don't know that it would be a difference as far as working with it. I don't know that I would have a preference either way. Ooh, timer went off. And then we're supposed to bunch them up like this and then push it down for modeling. That's what we're doing. Now, like I said, this one feels definitely more canvasy, which again, whatevs. I think either one of them will bring something to the table. And then I'm supposed to push it down because we don't want to burn it. There we go. Joann, DMC. I'm going to stick them in the oven for 30 minutes. And when it comes out, I will show you what the finished product looks like.